Make them judges. That's the leader, judge. But you know what these people do in the church now? Oh man, that Dr. Young right there, he'll be in there. He's gonna give us 10 to 15, $20,000 a year. Hey, make him a deacon. He don't know nothing. The pastor that sought me up when I was in Sandersville, my hometown, I ain't know nothing about being no deacon. Oh, you gonna be a deacon. You know why? Because I was giving good money. This is what it is. They set people up like that. You don't do that. If you think you don't get set up in here because you get some money, I ain't looking at that. I'm looking at your heart. I'm looking at your passion. I'm looking at what you telling me. I'm judging everything what you say. I'm listening to you. Everybody. Well, if you ain't got time for this, I can find somebody who got time. I'm not a respectful person. At least I try not to be. But he said those saints got a very big job here. You're going to judge angels. You're going to possess the kingdom. So you got to know something. Besides 10 commandments. That's the foundation. You got to know something else now. Let's go to Matthew. Matthew 19. Let's look at some people right now who already got their job. These are our examples. This government being set up just like the United States government. You have a House, you have a Congress, you have a House of Representatives, you got a president, you got judges, you got all this stuff. You got all these people that have jobs in God's government. We can kind of look at our United States government and kind of see a pattern of it. Because they set it up like this. I wonder where they got this from. But when I started reading, I said, oh, they got it from the Bible. Okay. But we're going to break all of this down. Matthew chapter 19, verse 16. I'm just going to show y'all some questions that the disciples were asking and people were asking about the government of Jesus. Verse 16, go ahead.
And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good thing shall I do,
yes, sir,
that I may have eternal life?
That's a good question. Go ahead.
And he said unto him, Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is God. But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments.
Keep them. That's the main ingredient right there. You know them, you keeping them. He said, if you're going to enter life, keep those. But it's another part to it. Jump down to verse 20. And the disciple asked the question. Go ahead.
The young man said unto him, All these things have I kept from my youth up. What like I yet?
He said, man, I keep these. I keep all the commandments. I don't lack nothing. What you talking about? Jesus found a kink in his armor. Go ahead.
Jesus said unto him, If thou wilt be perfect, go and sell that thou hast, and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven, and come and follow me.
Boy, he gut punched him, did he? Oh, I kept all the commandments. I'm good on that area. But Jesus found out, you love that money. You love the possession. Because the next verse going to tell you that. Go ahead.
But when the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful, for he had great possession.
So why he going away sorrowful? He didn't want to give it up. Like most of us, we don't want to give it up. When he tell you to give in his church, most of us don't want to give it up. I can find somebody to do that money right there now. He don't need this. This money that we take up from church ain't to pay my bills, period. Period. Cause I'm good. I remember the brother told me, and another brother told me, he said, Jeff, you stopping the people from being blessed if you don't let them give. And I said, what you mean I don't let them? I mean, I'm supplying the place. We don't have to pay for anything. We do it out of the shop. So I'm giving enough. He said, no, see what it is. God got rules. He got laws. Sowing and reaping. If you call yourself being the true good man of God, you got to let them get blessed. You know what I'm saying? But people look at it like you want something from them. That's why I go to work. I ain't like these greedy preachers out here. Yeah, see, they keep on getting on me, man. Don't you use the money out the treasury, man. Don't use your money. I can put my money out sometime. Because I got to go. But anyway, this is what this young man said now, right here. He was sorrowful because he had great possessions. He said, "No, I can't get that up, Jesus. I can't get that up." But keep going.
23. Then said Jesus unto his disciples, Verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven.
He said, man, see right now, they won't enter in. Because it's one thing they like. He did all the commandments. He said that he was good. But it came down to that money. He traded that money for a position inside the kingdom. Jump down to verse 27. Go ahead.
Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee.
Go ahead.
What shall we have therefore?
Peter asked a good question. He said, we forsaken all, we followed you, what we gonna have? Now these are the disciples, the 12. Listen what Jesus told them. Go ahead.
And Jesus said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration,
Yes, sir.
when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory,
Yes, sir.
he also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
Those men got their jobs then. Those 12 disciples are going to be the 12 judges in Jerusalem who walked with Jesus. He said, man, you forsaken all for me. This is going to be your job. Right here. And he said, look, you're going to do what? Judge. Judge. You got to delegate authority from the head all the way down to the king, which is Jesus. Then you got all the way down to the 12, which is the 12 disciples. Then you're going to have the 24 elders. Then you're going to have all the rest of the workers. I'm going to let you look at something before we continue, because I was trying my best to explain it. I'm going to just show you what I was talking about. All right, YouTube, don't you mess with me today. But it's just a layout of the United States government. So we get through this commercial. But this is how the United States government is set up. And our kingdom and the government of God is set up similar to this. And this is where they got it from. They got it out of the Bible.
Have you ever wondered who has the authority to make laws or punish people who break them? When we think of power in the United States, we usually think of the president, but he does not act alone. In fact, he is only one piece of the power puzzle, and for very good reason. When the American Revolution ended in 1783, the United States government was in a state of change. The Founding Fathers knew that they did not want to establish another country that was ruled by a king. So the discussions were centered on having a strong and fair national government that protected individual freedoms and did not abuse its power. When the new Constitution was adopted in 1787, the structure of the infant government of the United States called for 3 separate branches, each with their own powers, and a system of checks and balances. This would ensure that no one branch would ever become too powerful, because the other branches would always be able to check the power of the other 2. These branches work together to run the country and set guidelines for us all to live by. The legislative branch is described in Article 1 of the U.S. Constitution. Many people feel that the Founding Fathers put this branch in the document first because they thought it was the most important. The legislative branch is comprised of 100 U.S. senators and 435 members in the U.S. House of Representatives. This is better known as the U.S. Congress.
This is jobs.
Making laws is a primary function of the legislative branch, but it is also responsible for approving federal judges and justices, passing the national budget, and declaring war. Each state gets 2 senators and some number of representatives, depending on how many people live in that state. The executive branch is described in Article 2 of the Constitution. The leaders of this branch of government are the President and Vice President, who are responsible for enforcing the laws that Congress sets forth. The President works closely with a group of advisors known as the Cabinet. These appointed helpers assist the President in making important decisions within their area of expertise, such as...
Now the President we know is Jesus. And the Cabinet is going to be the 12. It's going to be the 12 disciples and the 24 elders are going to set up Congress.
Defense, the Treasury, and Homeland Security. The executive branch also appoints government officials, commands the armed forces, and meets with leaders of other nations. All that combined is a lot of work for a lot of people. In fact, the executive branch employs over 4 million people to get everything done.
Yep.
The third branch of the U.S. government is the judicial branch and is detailed in Article 3. This branch is comprised of all the courts in the land, from the federal district courts to the U.S. Supreme Court. These courts interpret our nation's laws and punish those who break them. The highest court, the Supreme Court, settles disputes among states, hears appeals from state and federal courts, and determines if federal laws are
The Supreme
constitutional.
Court or the judges?
There are 9 justices on the Supreme Court.
We got
and
12,
unlike any
they got
other job
9.
in government, Supreme Court justices are appointed for life, or for as long as they want to stay. Our democracy depends on an informed citizenry, so it is our duty to know how it works and what authority each branch of government has over its citizens. Besides voting,
I just want y'all to see that little part. How the United States government is set up. In this government, you have a House of Representatives, you have Congress, you have judges, you have representatives. In God's kingdom, first we got the 12 disciples. And from the 12 disciples, they're going to be the ones that hand out judgment. They're the judges. They can't be removed. You already got their jobs. And God told the 12 disciples, said, you follow me, you're going to be with me in the regeneration to judge and handle my business. That's one of them. Go ahead, keep moving. Verse, where we at?
We stopped at 28.
Okay. Read the rest of that. Go ahead, read the rest of that.
And everyone
What's up? Read 28 for 28 again. Go ahead.
Okay. And Jesus said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory.
So we do understand what he's talking about regeneration. This is the 1,000 years that he's going to rule and reign on David's throne. He said, on the throne of glory, and what?
Ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones,
Yes, sir.
judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
This is the judicial system. These are the judges. This rich young ruler, he traded that away. He said, no, I can't let this go. I got this money, I got this bread, I got to keep it rolling, man. And he traded off the spot of being a judge or ruler forever. He cannot be taken down. That's why I said the judges got to die out. They got to die out. That's the only way you can replace them. And this is how the government of Christ is set up. Okay, keep going.
And everyone that hath forsaken houses,
Yes, sir.
brethren, or sisters, a father, or mother, a wife, or children, of lands, for my name's sake, shall receive an hundredfold, and shall inherit everlasting life.
You see how important this is? Forsake them all. Kids, mama, daddy, brother, sister, wives, husband, all of them. You forsake everything for this. Because what? If you doing it right, and she doing it right, or your mama, that y'all gonna be there together. We all just gotta figure out what jobs we got. But this job right here, the 12 disciples gonna be the judicial judges in God's kingdom. Let's look at another position. Let's look at the cabinet in Congress. Revelation chapter 4. I just want to give you a visual to understand how God runs his government, because this man looked in this book. He didn't set this up on his own. This was already written before the United States came up with their Congress and House of Representatives and all that. In order to run a government, you got to have order. You got to have people put in place to run the rules. Don't just walk around heaven all day long. Oh, I wonder what I'm going to do today. No, you're going to be running these same laws in that 1,000 years. And you're going to have these same people that I'm calling out, they're going to run it. They're going to tell you when you're messing up. They're going to execute punishment. In Jesus' kingdom, people still going to be dying. He said an old man that 100 years, a young man that 100 years old going to die. Still people going to be dying in the kingdom. But you just make sure, you just want to make sure you be a God in that kingdom. I know I want to be a God. Revelation chapter 4. Let's look at the cabinet of God. 4:1. Go ahead, brother.
After this I looked, and behold, a door was opened in heaven.
Yes, sir.
And the first voice which I heard was as it were of a trumpet talking with me, which said, Come up hither, and I will show thee things which must be hereafter.
Now understand that John, God is telling John through a vision what's about to happen on this earth. He ain't telling him to come up to heaven now. Because I just read it in John chapter 3, ain't no man going to heaven. He talking about coming hither in your mind to understand what's about to happen on earth. Go ahead.
And immediately I was in the spirit, and behold, a throne was set in heaven, and one sat on the throne.
Immediately he was in the spirit. What spirit? The understanding. He making them understand. The spirit making them understand what's going to hit this earth. How it's going to be set up. How the government of Jesus is going to be set up. Go ahead.
And he that sat was to look upon like a jasper and a sodden stone.
Yes, sir.
And there was a rainbow round about the throne, in sight like unto an emerald.
So Jesus on David's throne, going to be a rainbow around it. It's going to be so precious with jasper stones. Everything. You ain't going to see nothing that's beautiful at that period. It's going to be so beautiful. You're going to have a king going to sit on there, and Jesus going to be sitting on that throne. Let's see who around the throne. Go ahead.
And round about the throne were 24 seats. And upon the seats I saw 24 elders
Yes,
sitting,
sir.
clothed in white raiment, and they had on their heads crowns of gold.
So this is the cabinet of God. Just like they had their cabinet up here, or the cabinet, they have representatives in their cabinet, which is 24 elders. And they consult with God. God consult with them. They carry out the marching orders. All this stuff the Congress of the United States got from the Bible. It's too perfect for them to know this. He said these 24 elders sit around the throne of God just waiting on their orders. Just waiting. Jump down to verse 18. Go ahead.
18 or 10.
Well, what I put on that? Yeah, 10, excuse me. Verse 10, go ahead.
The 24 elders fall down before him that sat on the throne.
So these 24 elders fall down worshiping him, which is Christ sitting on the throne. Go ahead.
And worship him that liveth forever and ever.
Mm-hmm.
Cast their crowns before the throne, saying.
That's some respect right there. Took their crown off. Like a lot of people wear hats, they take the hats off when they walk in the aisle, but they took the crown off to show them respect. Go ahead.
Thou art worthy, O Lord, to receive glory and honor
Yes, sir.
and power. For thou hast created all things, and for thy pleasure they are and were created.
These 24 elders, we know who they are. They come from a sector in the tribes. These are the Levites that sit around God's throne, 24 elders. These are not angels, as they're going to tell you. Elders cannot be angels. Angels cannot be elders, period. These are elder men. Let's see who they are. Let's go to 1 Chronicles chapter 7. Oh, they finna change nothing up. They're like, he said he's the 12. The disciples, which are 12, those are the ones that are going to be the judges. 1 Chronicles chapter 24. Those are going to be the judges. You got the 24 elders, which are going to be the cabinet that sit around what God tells the judges. First Chronicles chapter 24. We'll start with verse 1. Let's look at the cabinet of God, which are the 24 elders that sit around the throne that got a rainbow on it that Jesus sit upon. Verse 1, go ahead.
Now these are the divisions of the sons of Aaron.
Yes, sir.
The sons of Aaron, Nadab and Abihu, Eleazar and Ithamar.
Now the priestly tribes are from Levi. These are Aaron's sons, and Aaron is the father of the Levites. These are the high priests, which govern and do the business of the Lord. But two of his sons got killed because they didn't do the business of the Lord, so he got to deal with these other two sons, which we're going to name them in a minute. Verse 2, go ahead.
But Nadab and Abihu died before their father and had no children. Therefore, Eleazar and Ithamar executed the priest's office.
So, if you gotta understand Leviticus chapter 10, they tell you Nadab and Abihu died. Why? Because they offered up strange fire. God killed them on the spot.
That's right.
And he told Moses and Aaron to carry them out, no crowd. You got business when they're in this temple. So you got Eleazar and Ithamar, which are the Levites. Those are the two brothers that were left. And they fathered the 24 elders that sit around God's throne. Go ahead.
And David distributed them, both Zadok of the sons of Eleazar and Ahimelech
Yes,
of the
sir.
sons of Ithamar according to their office in their service.
See, they got offices, service. This stuff you trying to apply for. But these are already taken right here. Go ahead. I'm going to show you your job and our job. Go ahead.
And there were more chief men found of the sons of Eleazar than of the sons of Ithamar.
Yes, sir.
And thus were they divided among the sons of Eleazar. There were 16 chief men of the house of their father.
Yes, sir.
8 among the sons of Ithamar according to the house of their fathers.
What's 16 plus 8? 24. These are the 24 elders that sit around God's throne. They got their jobs. These are their jobs. What are they going to do? Go ahead.
Thus were they divided by lot, one sort with another. For the governors of the sanctuary.
Governors? When you're a governor, what are you doing? You carrying out the operation. You following orders. Go ahead.
For the governors of the sanctuary and governors of the house of God were of the sons of Eleazar and of the sons of Ithamar.
Because they was the only two brothers that lived inside of that temple. And they followed all the rest of these 24 elders. Go ahead.
And Shemaiah, the son of Nathaniel, the scribe, one of the Levites, wrote them before the king
Yes, sir.
and the princes, and Zadok the priest, and Ahimelech,
Yes, sir.
the son of Abiathar, and before the chief of the fathers of the priests and Levites.
Yes, sir.
One principal household being taken for Eleazar, and one taken for Ithamar.
Understand, you got more Levites that do other things. He's going to choose the Levitical priest to govern the lands. That's why the Levites always had a part, the sector of the land. They never had to pay anything for it. They was the ones that took care of the business of the Lord. And when God come back right here, all over this land, you're going to have little gods controlling, governing the world. These are the jobs right here that he talking about Zadok the priest. And then you got these 24 elders that sit around God's throne. These are their jobs right here. It ain't gonna change. Unless my knowledge of this is different in the future, but this is what I see. This is what I was taught. Go ahead.
Verse 7. Now the first lot came forth to Jehoram, the second to Jedaiah.
He even give you the names of the people. We ain't gonna read them all here. We're gonna give you a couple names that messed me up too now. Jump down to verse 18. But he's gonna go for the one all the way down to the 24 elders that sit around the throne of God. These positions that they have. Jump down to verse 18. Go ahead.
The 23 to Deliah, the 24 to Mosiah.
The 24 elders that sit around God's throne. And what are their jobs? Go ahead.
These were the ordering of them in their service to come into the house of the Lord according to their manner, under Aaron their father, as the Lord God of Israel had commanded him.
Only Levite can carry this order out. So you got all these preachers around here taking tithes and offering. All these preachers around here saying that they can do that. Only the Levites handle the business of the Lord. You most definitely ain't no Levite if you're a Gentile. Most definitely. That's why I tell y'all give what you want. I don't know what tribe I'm from, but I ain't gonna stop you from giving. Give what you want to give. But I'm not proclaiming that I'm a Levite. Now let's get to the other priestly tribes and what God gonna do for them. These are the 24 elders, which we just seen the cabinet of God, how Congress is set up. Just giving you a vision. Let's go to Malachi chapter 3. This Malachi chapter 3 is future. This ain't something that's happening now. I know we preachers love this book right here. But I'm going to show you how it's future. Future. Yes, sir. Malachi, right before Matthew. Malachi 3:1. Let's see what other jobs of these Levites. Malachi. Malachi chapter 3, verse 1. Let's look at when Jesus come into his government and how he's going to lay it down. Go ahead.
Behold, I will send my messenger, and he shall prepare the way before me.
Yes, sir.
And the Lord whom you seek shall suddenly come to his temple, even the messenger of the covenant, whom ye delighted in. Behold, he shall come, says the Lord of hosts.
He said the Lord gonna come in his temple. The temple that God came into and preached while he was here, it wasn't his temple at the time. Now this time, it's gonna be his temple. And the messenger that prepared the way, that was John the Baptist. When he baptized him, because John said, no man, you baptize me, I'm not waiting. He said, no, the scripture can't be broken. You got to baptize me.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Verse 2.
Uh-huh.
But who may abide the day of his coming?
His coming. He said the day of his coming now, his future. Go ahead.
And who shall stand when he appear?
Mm.
For he is like a refiner's fire, and like full of soap.
Because when Jesus stepped on the scene, if you ain't got this body being changed, you're going to burn up. Period. Because flesh and blood cannot stand up between this light that he has on it. Go ahead.
And he shall sit as a refiner and purifier of silver. And he shall purify the sons of Levi.
Purify who?
Sons of Levi.
Sons of Levi. He's going to purify them when he get there. He's going to set them up to run his kingdom. Go ahead.
And purge them as gold and silver.
Yes, sir.
That they may offer unto the Lord an offering in righteousness.
Because they are going to be gods at this time. Running the kingdom of God. They are going to be gods. Go ahead.
Then shall the offering of Judah and Jerusalem be pleasant unto the Lord, as in the days of old.
Days of when?
Days of old.
So we ain't talking about, this ain't already past right here. This got to be future. It's as the days of old and what?
As to be pleasant unto the Lord, as in the days of old and as in former years.
So what the Levites did in the kingdom, which is taking up blood sacrifices and all that stuff, and judging the people, it's going to happen the exact same way. This is future right here. Go ahead.
And I will come near to you to judgment.
Mm-hmm.
And I will be a swift witness against the sorcerer, and against the adulterers,
Yes, sir.
and against false swearers,
Mm-hmm.
and against those that oppress the hireling in his wages, the widow and the fatherless, and that turn aside the stranger from his right, and fear not me, says the Lord of hosts.
See, all these things that God gonna come swiftly against Israel, especially turning away the stranger. You got the Israelites on the corner telling the Gentile he can't be saved. Who gave you that authority? They look at the person and say, no, you white, you can't be saved. He said, I'm gonna come swiftly and I'm gonna deal with you. I'm gonna deal with you for that. You don't wanna get caught up in this category. Keep going.
For I am the Lord, I change not.
You don't change.
Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed.
He said, man, don't get consumed. Just follow the book the way you're supposed to follow. Because I'm going to consume everything that's not following. Go ahead.
Even from the days of your fathers ye have gone away from mine ordinances.
Ain't we going away from them? Go ahead.
And have not kept them. Return unto me, and I will return unto you, says the Lord of hosts.
Yes, sir.
But ye said, wherein shall we return?
He said, well, we're going to return. They go the favorite scripture of these preachers.
Will a man rob God?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, rob me. But you say, wherein have we robbed thee? In tithes and offering.
Automatically they thinking that this money, you can tithe all money, but this is not talking about money right here. Let me show you, keep going.
Ye are cursed with a curse,
Uh-huh.
for ye have robbed me, even this whole nation. Bring ye